What's up, guys? It's Calvin over at thesimpledriver.com. Today is a different type of video, okay? I'm going to be sharing some intellectual property with you, but not from a very animated standpoint, right? Because I like to joke around and get animated and stuff like that. But today, I'm not doing any of that stuff. And the reason is, what I'm talking about, the question, should I drive full-time for Uber? Listen, I've been reading comments and getting emails. And when you get comments and emails of people telling you that they've gotten fired, okay, or laid off, and they have 3 or 4 kids, or they have a house that they may lose, you can't take that. There's no animation in this video. What I'm going to give you today, the answers that I'm going to give you today about whether you should drive full-time will be 100% from the heart, no games, okay? Forget all that other stuff, okay? So listen. Number one, should you drive full-time for Uber? I would only drive full-time for Uber if, and only if, the market supports it. Meaning, if you're in a market like Atlanta, where, like, again, I tell you all the time, in Atlanta, you have the city of Atlanta, right? Buckhead, Midtown, downtown, and there's 22 cities around Atlanta. So this market is really, really good to be a full-time Uber driver. Number one, so assess your market. If your market will support you being a full-time Uber driver, then yes. The other question that goes kind of hand in hand with that is, how much time can you put in as a full-time Uber driver? If you say 40 hours and that's what you're thinking in your head, let me tell you right now, you're not ready to be a full-time Uber driver. To make the real money, I don't care what platform you're on, X all the way up through Black, okay? You need to be able to, at the minimum, you need to be ready to put in 50 to 65 hours. In that one video, I showed you guys where I drove 65 hours, made $1,700 after spending like $140 some in gas, okay? I put in 65 hours that week. So I know what it takes to be a full-time Uber driver. And if you're not ready to pony up 50 to 65 hours a week, don't even think about becoming a full-time Uber driver, okay? So that's that. So will your market support it, and how are you really ready to put in the hours that it takes to be a full-time Uber driver as an independent contractor, like a small business owner, okay? So let's go into some other stuff. Right away, I want to talk to you about this. The next thing, what is your exit strategy, okay? A lot of you have been watching me. Some of you have been watching me since my first video, so you know exactly what I do. You know I own other businesses. For those of you who are watching me and watching this video for the very first time, listen, I'm not just an Uber driver. I have 2 other businesses that I run, okay? And one of them is photography and stuff like that. And I deal with celebrity clients and all kind of other stuff, okay? So I'm not just an Uber driver. I have a very clear exit strategy. And what I mean by that is, you need to know how long are you going to be an Uber driver, and when are you going, well, how long is it? When you're going to pull out, okay? For me, it's very clear. I know exactly how much money I want to earn as an Uber driver. I know exactly how many relationships I want to forge as an Uber driver, okay? I know that, and once I meet that number, I'm able to pull back. I have a very clear-cut exit strategy, okay? So you need to find that out. How much money do you want to earn as an Uber driver? How long do you deem that it will take for you to earn that money as an Uber driver, okay? Have a clear-cut exit strategy, because I promise you, Uber will not be around for human beings for the most part on the driving side forever. For riders, it's going to be around for a very long time. This is a business that has been created, that people bash it and all that stuff. But listen, guys, this is kind of like, Apple or, some type of other computers or whatever. If you take Uber, the Uber platform and business, if you take it away today, tomorrow is a very different world. I do not want Uber going away, okay? But they are going to start moving into, automatic, cars that drive themselves and all that stuff. So have a clear-cut exit plan, okay? Now, with that being said, That moves me on to, cause you guys know I have my Evernote. I make notes. Uber is not a career. This is not a career move. Don't expect to drive for Uber 10 or 20 years and retire or something like that. I just told you that people are emailing me from real jobs and they're getting fired after 20 years. They're getting laid off after 20 years, okay? So Uber is not a career move, okay? It is a stepping stone. Use this as a stepping stone to something greater. You have so much more that you're great. If no one else has ever told you that, let me tell you, you are great. There's so much more in you. Use Uber as a stepping stone, a platform, okay, to get to who you really are, okay? The other thing about Uber, you can't scale Uber, okay? It's not scalable for you, all right? I mean, well, you do have some people that are kind of like, they run like fleet cars and stuff like that or whatever, and so it's scalable from that standpoint. But for the most part, people who are out here driving Uber, right? Uber drivers, it's not scalable. So it's a bad business plan from that standpoint if you don't have your exit strategy and all that stuff set up right. If you don't have a clear understanding, okay? Benefits and health insurance, okay? It's not like a traditional job, right? There's no insurance agent is gonna walk in and sell and sell a cafeteria plan or something like that, right? So insurance and benefits can be very, very costly if you have to pay for them for yourself. I personally know this. I've been paying for health insurance for 10 years as a business owner, and it is nothing like what I paid when I worked at Aflac in Columbus, Georgia. Trust me, it is so much more, especially when you have a family, okay? All right, so income goals, I just talked to you about that, you know, but let's talk about the Uber business and driving full time. Let's talk about some things that if you decide to go that route, what you will learn. What you will learn is you will understand business. You will understand business and hustle like never before, because the Uber platform, you don't have time to play games. You're either driving and flipping fares or you're not, okay? Money is either coming in or it is not. Whether you like it or not, once you get in your vehicle, if you're not flipping fares, you're burning gas, you're putting wear and tear on your vehicle, so you have to make it worth your while. Of course, this channel is helping you do that to maximize your earnings, because I understand, guys, it's serious. And that's why I did that video telling you about it's 6 ways to get paid as an Uber driver. If you have not watched that video, it's called the Uber Ultimate Income or Money video. It's on my channel. Just trust me, go watch that video, because it is 6 ways to get paid as an Uber driver. You have to maximize all of them, okay? Another thing it will allow you to do, it will allow you to understand customers, okay? Understanding customers is very important, okay? Especially everyone has, the customers react differently in different cities. Customers, and when I say customers, I'm talking about riders. They perform very differently in New York than down here in the South, where there's Southern hospitality. But you will understand how customers perform and react, and that's a good information for you starting your other business. If you're running your Uber website or something like that, or you decide to do another business or something like that, you'll understand how customers work. Okay, it allows you to forge relationships. I told you guys about that. The 6th way of getting paid, business to consumer, okay, or business to business was the 5th way I told you how to get paid. It'll allow you to forge relationships that can grow into something so much bigger. All right, let me just cancel that. Okay, on that phone. All right, so gather intel about other businesses. The Uber platform allows you to gather intel about other businesses. You have so many people that will be riding with you that are business owners. It will allow you to gather the intel about what people do. Where else can you go to just talk to, I don't know, 12 or 15 people a day, and in a real conversation, right, an intimate conversation, and they tell you exactly what they do, and they don't feel threatened by you, okay? The Uber platform allows you to do that, okay? Of course, you'll learn how to be a better driver. I have that on here, but I just want to throw that out. You'll learn how to be a better driver as an Uber driver, especially now, because Uber now is tracking how you drive. For those of you who may not seen that on your app, Uber tracks how you drive now. They know whether you're doing hard braking or a crazy acceleration pull-offs or whatever. It's a technology company. Remember, Uber is not a taxi company. Uber is a tech company. A tech company that now is tracking you, okay, how you drive, so you will become a better driver, okay? Now, with that being said, guys, If you want to drive for Uber, whether you part-time or full-time, don't let people discourage you. If you go looking for negativity, you will find it. I promise you, you will. Don't let people discourage you. Don't let people tell you that, oh, Uber is bad and this, that, and whatever. Block all that crap out. It's just like any other business. When I first started my very first business, people told me I was crazy. I was being a black sheep, all kind of other stuff. Block that stuff out. You have there's only two people that know you're truly great. People, well, and some of you have a nicer circle, okay? But you and the man upstairs, okay? So all that rest of that other stuff, man, block that crap out. You don't got time for it. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed to tell people that you are an Uber driver. If this is what you have to do, or if this is what you decide to do, tell people, I'm an Uber driver. Don't be embarrassed by that, because there's people like me who are clear-cut successful business owners, and we drive Uber. I've met professors. I've met all kind of other professional people who drive Uber, who drive for Uber. So don't be embarrassed at all if this is what you got to do to make ends meet, or to take care of your family, to keep your house from being, car repoed, or your house foreclosed on. You got to do what you got to do, man. All right. Tune out the negativity. Stay focused. And in one of my videos, I told you about the acronym FOCUS. The acronym for FOCUS is follow one course until success. Don't get all over the place. If you decide to be an Uber driver, man, be a damn Uber driver. Stay focused on it, okay? All right, and the last thing I want to talk about is, again, use it as a stepping stone to build something bigger. It is not a career move, guys. This is something that you can use to go on to do something greater in your life, okay? So that's my answer to the question, should I drive full-time for Uber? No antics, right? None of that. No animation or anything like that. Just, that's from the heart, guys. Should you drive for Uber full-time? Yes and no, depending on how you took the information that I just gave you. My name is Calvin. I'm the Simple Driver. Peace.